Well, hello everybody. It's another cold day here in southwest Kansas, Sunday afternoon. So thought I'd jump on here and make some videos about some more seeds that we've gotten in. We've got several more seed orders to go through and talk about their companies and so on and so forth. So Biscuit getting higher, we'll be working on that for you this afternoon. I hope everybody's having a good day. We want to thank you for coming to Wall Street Homestead. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and the notification bell. If you're a returning subscriber, we thank you for coming back and we appreciate you coming back every time we put up a video. So let's get started with what we've got going on today. In my very first seed catalog video, I talked about a couple of companies that I remember that my dad used as a kid, and I said I would probably order from them, if nothing else, out of nostalgic sake. So I'd look through their catalogs, and I did, along with a bunch of other catalogs that you've seen, and we'll see some more of today. So let's get started today, and I'm going to get started with Gurney Seeds. They were founded in 1866, 154 years ago, by Mr. Charles W. Gurney, and he started it in Monticello, Iowa. I may have said that wrong. He later moved it to Nebraska, and then for the longest time ran it in Yankton, South Dakota. He ran it with his 7 sons and 1 nephew, and at one time, just like Henry Fields, he owned a radio station along with his seed company. So I thought that was an odd thing that 2 different seed companies from way back when owned radio stations along with their seed companies. They are now based in Greendale, Indiana, and as far as I know, I don't think there's any of the original family still involved with it. I think it's been sold and moved on to other things. Doesn't look like Biscuit wants to stick around here, so she may have to go away. But anyway, I did order from them. I had gone onto their website and checked out what they had and then put in for email alerts. And one day I get an email alert. They were having a one-day sale that everything was 40% off. So I thought, well, that's interesting. So I went and looked again, and I didn't order anything much that day, except I did order a bag of their starter mix. They claim it's supposed to be better than anybody else's, and everything grows so much better for it. So I figured for 40% off, I would give it a try. And so I did. Then later, after I had received their catalog, I received another catalog one day that they were having a 50% off sale of everything in the catalog. So that's when I got serious about ordering from their catalog, and I ordered everything out of that catalog. And we ordered, it came in 2 different shipments. One came in this box, which I have already opened, which I've got some seeds and some miscellaneous items and that I order from, because most of these companies do sell other things other than seeds. What we did order here, my wife ordered some California Giant Mix zinnias, some catnip herb, which did some reading on that. Catnip is one of those plants that keeps other mosquitoes and other non-likable insects, bugs away from your garden. So I'm going to give that a shot, see if that is. This is a melon, Petite Gris de Rene. It's a French melon. It kind of in the cantaloupe family, but a little different. So I try something different. And again, my wife ordered some more marigolds for her flower garden, but I think we're also going to put them in our companion garden in the big garden to help keep bugs away and bring in pollinators. A couple of the items I ordered, these are 2 different planters or items to use for planting extremely small seeds. This one is kind of set up like a syringe, and I guess lets it out one at a time. Guess I can go ahead and open it. Trying to plant smaller seeds with a little more finesse and a little more, so you can get more, so you're not having to thin them, maybe possibly. So we'll see. I'll do a comparison video. Guess that's a problem we need to worry about there, of how easy that came off. And then the other one is like a little scoop. And with a little plate in there, you put it in different sizes. It's got different plates. Put in a different one. I haven't read the instructions on it. Don't know exactly how it works, but it lets you let them out slowly so you can control how you plant them, so you don't get too many in one spot and possibly could get more out of your seeds by planting them a little more controlled. Maybe a gimmick and they don't work, but we're going to find out. And then they had to send us some of our other seeds separately, which they just did in a plain vanilla envelope. Nothing fancy there. Guess it was just one package of seeds, which that is some Skyscraper Sunflowers, which we're gonna be putting into our pollinator garden. So be watching for that. Excuse me. The other company I've talked about that I remember that my father used was Burpee seeds, and they've been in business since 1877, and he was actually a renowned animal breeder, and when he was 16, he started to breed and improved a lot of different farm animals. But then he added plants later, and he has many varieties he has developed and created some of the first hybrid vegetables, and their headquarters claim that they are 100% landfill free, that everything that comes out of their building as far as waste is either recycled, repurposed, or is sent to an eco-friendly disposal site to be turned into other forms of energy. So that's something unique about them. Their order came in a bubble wrap, which a lot of companies are using. Doesn't take up a lot of space. Invoice looks pretty straightforward. Put in a little bit bigger order to them. Kind of started seeing them. So we got some golden bantam sweet corn, which, if I remember correctly, this is one that was started by Mr. Burpee back in 1902. This is one of his hybrids that he developed back in, and it is still popular, and I've actually seen it in more catalogs than just theirs. So we're going to try some of that. And then it's been around long enough as a hybrid that it is now an heirloom. It has been growing back true to the seed for so long that it is considered an heirloom seed now. So we got that, and then I've also got a hybrid sweet corn called Peaches and Cream, and both of these I kind of remember my dad raising when I was a kid. So we got that, and my wife got some Busy Bee sunflowers for the pollinator garden. She also got some Fire Catcher sunflowers, and I got some winter squash called mashed potatoes. The meat in them is white, and then when they're cooked and mashed, they have the texture of mashed potatoes. So I thought that sounded interesting. Some China Rose organic radishes. They're a 6 to 8 inch long radish. So that's gonna be where I'm curious to see how they do. Some Emerald Giant sweet peppers. As if you can remember, I've been going to be trying several different varieties of peppers to pick out which one I feel like I like the best. Some Heat Wave Blend lettuce. These are there's 6 varieties of lettuce in here that can take the heat which, as I've said before, we have some hot summers that maybe we could have some lettuce a little further into the season before it bolts like a lot of the cooler weather lettuces do. Some summer squash, Saffron, which is a yellow summer squash, and another winter squash of Acorn Table Queen. And then we have some on deck hybrid corn seed, which they claim that it is bred to grow in containers. And as you know, I do grow in containers in my wicking tubs, and with the other two corns that I've got just showed you, and this one I'm going to do an experiment and grow all of them in containers in my wicking tubs and see which one actually does the best or the worst, and see how it works. So that's going to be interesting to see how that does. And then we've got some small sugar pumpkins, which I'm looking forward to trying those. They say those are one of the best ones for making that pumpkin pie, so I would like to try some of that. Then some more for the flower gardens and the pollinator bed. Some painted daisies. And some Ms. Mars sunflowers for the pollinator garden. And some double gold Gloriosa daisies. So be going into the pollinator garden and then the flower gardens. And then also from them, for my experiment on planting small seeds, if there is a good way to plant small seeds, I purchased their version, which is just a little kind of a spoon-shaped deal. This clear disc has different sized holes. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you line it up with a spout and then you can tap it and get them to come out slow. And this trough has little bumps in it to slow the seeds down so they don't just run out. You can kind of control them. But there's 5 different sizes openings so you can plant different size seeds in a controlled manner. So we'll do a video on how each one of those works and then follow up on how they do. And that is all we got from those two companies. I want to thank you all for watching, and again, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not a one of our subscribers, and thank you all to our subscribers who come back, and have a good afternoon, and we'll see you in the next video.